Hi everyone, it's time for our weekly zone cleaning again. This week we are in zone 2, which is the kitchen. If you're not familiar with zone cleaning, just real quick, it's part of the Fly Lady method of cleaning. Basically your house gets divided into 5 zones and you work in one zone every month. Sorry, not every month. You work in one zone a week over the course of the month. So that basically at the end of the month, you've kind of done a lot of deep cleaning tasks all throughout your home. So these are, like I just said, deep cleaning tasks. This is not your regular house cleaning maintenance. It's not like just your regular bathroom cleaning, dishes and things like that. This is just specifically those deep cleaning type tasks that you have to get done. And if you don't stay on top of them, it can turn into a huge job. Spring cleaning, seasonal cleaning. By doing this zone cleaning, you kind of keep on top of everything throughout your home over the course of the year, and you don't really have to do any of those big major cleaning tasks. And I just find it really reduces stress because you just focus on an area that you're working on that week. So it just kind of helps minimize the things that you need to work on or think about. You don't really need to think about anything outside of the zone unless you have something that's like super dirty that you obviously just need to get cleaned. But I mean, generally, if you're doing the zone cleaning, that's not really going to happen. So it can kind of focus you in on an area, and then you just make as much progress as you can. Fly Lady suggests you do this 15 minutes a day. You pick something in each zone over the course of that week for 15 minutes a day. I do mine weekly, just because once a week, just because that's how it works out with my schedule. But the whole idea is just to pick some things in the zone, do as much as you can, and that's it. And whatever you get done, you get done. Whatever you don't get done, you can do next time you come around to that zone. So my list for zone 2, which is the kitchen, for me, for Fly Lady, it's kitchen / pantry. I don't have a pantry. So for me, it's just the kitchen. So now I do have a lot of items on the kitchen list. So don't forget, the whole point is not to get all of this done during the one hit of the zone during that week. The idea is to just get things done as much as you can, and then get some more the next time and more the next time. My one suggestion though is to try to make sure you work through the entire list before you redo something again. So like there's like certain things that you don't mind doing, and then other chores that you just really can't stand to do. Don't let yourself always pick those ones that you don't mind doing and leave the other ones aside. Try and make sure you rotate through your entire list. So like, for example, if you cleaned out your freezer this week, next time the zone comes around, don't do the same thing. Pick something else that you haven't done yet, and then keep working through until you've done all of those deep cleaning chores in that area, and then you move on. So anyway, on to my list. So kitchen list, first thing, like I just mentioned in my example, clean out freezer. That is one of the tasks on my list for the kitchen. My freezer has like one of those like wire type drawers that you pull out in the bottom, and then like another shelf on the top. And what I like to do is just pull that out and wipe out the freezer, like with just like a wet microfiber cloth or something like that. And then while I'm doing that, I'll also go through everything that's in the freezer. Sometimes we'll wind up with like, I don't know, 2 different bags of chicken nuggets that are open, or like some raviolis, 2 different bags, whatever, of the same kind. And I'll just kind of combine things, neaten it up, see if there's anything that needs to get tossed. Sometimes I have teenagers, so sometimes an empty bag will even get left in the freezer. So just things like that. Getting it cleaned up and organized at the same time. Straightening the drawers, just the kitchen drawers. If you have any, like a junk drawer that maybe you need to go through real quick, maybe just kind of look and see if there's anything in there that doesn't really belong that you need to put away. Sometimes you might want to pull things out and just kind of wipe it down real quick. Wiping down the walls is on the list, specifically, behind the sink and behind your stove to focus on. But you do occasionally want to kind of look at all of the walls, because things can just get on the walls from people walking through the room or whatever happens. So just kind of take a quick look and see if anything needs to get wiped down, especially in areas where people touch a lot. Like I noticed my kitchen has stairs that lead down to my basement from the kitchen, and I noticed like by the wall where you kind of turn to go down into the basement, people touch the wall a lot, so that needs to get wiped down. Also where you come in from my back door, people touch the wall a lot there. So just kind of look at the walls, and especially like those high touch areas, and see what might need to be wiped down. Cleaning out under the sink needs to be done sometimes. I store, you know, like my sponges under there, dishwasher soap, regular dish detergent, some cleaners, things like that. So sometimes you might need to get rid of a product that's empty or like about to be empty. Like I hate to say about to be empty. I mean, I really use up everything till it's like really, really gone. But, you know, maybe you have like a little thing of Windex and you have a new one, you can kind of just pour it into the new one. That's what I mean. I don't get rid of things that are about to be empty. I always use them up like fully. I'm like frantic about making sure that I use up every drop. It's just one of those things that I really like to do. So anyway, though, just looking under there, pulling things out, wiping it out, putting everything back, it just kind of keeps it nice. Clean out the drawer under the oven if you have one. Under our oven we have one of those drawers where you can like store stuff. I don't really store things in there because I always forget about them and then they accumulate like a layer of dust. But either way, I do still have to pull out that drawer and just kind of wipe it out so that it doesn't get dusty under there. On my list I have dust paper towel holder. We have a paper towel holder that's like mounted onto the wall. It's wood, and like the top edge of it can get dusty. I added that to my list, I don't know, within the last couple months or so, because I was looking at it one day and I was like, ew, there's like a film of dust over the top of that. So I added it to my list so I don't forget to take a look once in a while and just kind of dust it off. Scrub the stovetop. That's more like a deep scrubbing. I know, I'm sure you all wipe down your stovetop every time you cook, but you know, sometimes you get like one of those stubborn burns of like when food like burns onto it or whatever, and you can't always necessarily take the time to scrub like crazy like after you just cooked a meal. So this is more like a deep cleaning where I'll kind of take the burners off, I'll put them in the sink and soak them. I have like a little tub that I'll soak the burners in like with hot soapy water, and then I'll like either spray down the stovetop, or sometimes I'll do like baking soda or Comet and I'll just kind of let it soak, and then I'll come back with like a extra, I have like a, I forget what it's called. It's like a scrub, it's like a scrubby sponge, but it's called like extra something, I forget. It's like an extra harsh one kind of, so it can really scrub. I got it at Target. I can't think of what it's called, but anyway, you know what I mean, like one that's like really hard, like for extreme scrubbing. I'm not gonna keep going on about that, but you know what I mean. I also have on my list to clean the scrub brush holder. I have a little thing that goes on the side of my sink that holds like a soap dispenser, and it has like two little slots where you can stick like scrub brushes. So I have those in there, and then but it has like little holes in it so that water drips in, so it can get kind of gross in there. So you just need to kind of open it up and I'll just clean it and like make it look nice. We have a vent for our heating system in between the exit to our kitchen and into the family room, so occasionally I'll just like pull that out and make sure that nothing is like falling down in there, and just kind of clean it up so it doesn't look gross, because sometimes when people walk around or someone drops food or whatever, it can like fall into that vent, so it needs to be cleaned periodically. Washing the oven mitts is another thing that needs to be done. Usually what I'll do is just grab the ones that are out currently, throw them in my next load of laundry, and then I'll grab another backup set and pull those out. So that's a quick and easy check off. I like doing that one because you could just be like, check. So that's a good one that you can just get done like super quick and easy. We have a water cooler in our kitchen that has the drip tray, and if you don't clean that out, it gets kind of like that sliminess that things can get from like having water sitting in them. So I just have to like pull that out and like just wash it with hot soapy water and then just put it back. Wipe down the appliances, whatever you might have in your kitchen. Of course, the stove, not the stove, the like the front of your oven door, your dishwasher, anything you have on the countertops. Maybe you have an air fryer, maybe you have an Instant Pot. We also have an ice making machine in our kitchen. So just kind of going through and just making sure those are wiped down really well. The toaster, you might want to shake out the crumbs while you're doing that, because those always seem to make a mess. Clean the window. We have a window in our kitchen. I think most people probably do. So just cleaning the window itself with like glass cleaner, or even with just a wet microfiber cloth. That's actually probably one of the areas though that I do actually use Windex or like a window cleaner. Most other things I usually just do a wet microfiber cloth followed with a dry one for like glass or mirrors. But the window that goes like outside, of course, is going to get dirtier. So a glass cleaner would be good for that. And then cleaning inside the windowsill also. The ceiling fan. Cleaning the ceiling fan off is always on the list. It's a pain in the neck, but it definitely needs to be done. When I had cleaning people a while back, I think it's been, I don't even know, I feel like it's going on 1.5 to 2 years now. That was like my favorite thing they did, because I never had to do, not my favorite thing, but one of my favorite things they did, because I never had to do that. But cleaning the ceiling fan, if you have one in your kitchen, that's important, because it definitely gets dusty and then it just doesn't look nice. Wiping down the cabinets. So just wiping down, like I usually take like a chair and I'll start on one side and work my way across the top and then come back around and do the bottom, just because it's easier to like move the chair and then keep moving along. So I usually just do it with like a wet microfiber cloth, but depending on if there's anything on there, you might need a cleaning product or whatever, but it just kind of makes it nice. You know, sometimes things, it gets dusty, you get fingerprints, or something spills down the front of the counter and you might not have seen it. And you could get like something on the front, you know, on the lower cabinets. So just wiping down all of the cabinets is a good deep cleaning task to get done. Cleaning any light fixtures that you have. Sometimes, especially depending on the shape of them, they can accumulate dust. So cleaning those. Cleaning the pet dishes. I just soak those in the sink while I'm doing something else, and then I just come back and wipe them out. They're really quick and easy to do. Clean the oven. I definitely want to do that soon. I may wait till after Thanksgiving to do that, just because I don't know, I'm going to be doing a lot of things in and out of the oven, so who knows if stuff might splash out of the turkey. I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably do that like after Thanksgiving. Just, you know, I haven't done it all summer. It definitely needs to be done. I don't normally do it in the summer because the house gets really hot, and then it just like doesn't smell nice when you do the oven. So I'll probably do that maybe when I have some time off after Thanksgiving. Clean the top of the fridge is on my list also. We have a little like shelf thing that I put like pots and pans on, like a wire, like a stainless like wire rack type thing that we put pots and pans on, because we don't really have a lot of space in our cabinets to store them. So I just have to kind of take that down once in a while and wipe down the whole top of the fridge. Cleaning the garbage can, I usually just kind of spray it down with like a really good cleaning spray, like a disinfectant, and let it sit for a little while and then just wipe it down. Dust wine glasses on the wine rack. We have a wine rack, not a wine rack, like a wine glass rack type thing, like what you slide the glasses on, like you'd have in a bar. And I've been trying to be better with using those glasses more frequently that are on that, and like rotating them, because otherwise if they stay there too long, and they're pretty close to our stovetop, so they can get like that like greasy film on them, kind of, that things can get in the kitchen if they're not like wiped down. So anyway, I do try and wipe them down now. I've made it a habit because I didn't really think of it before, and then they would get like that, and then I'd have to like wash them all. So I try and use them more frequently and rotate them, and then I also do check them as one of my zone cleaning items once in a while to see if they need to be wiped down. What else? Oh, cleaning the dishwasher out. The last time I did that, what I did was I put, I think it was a cup of vinegar in the top rack, and then baking soda just sprinkled all in the bottom of the dishwasher, and then I just ran it at like the hottest or most cleaning cycle. I think it's called like sanitize or something like that. And it's supposed to just like clean out the dishwasher, because you know sometimes it gets like food will like that wasn't rinsed properly off will get in there, and maybe it just I don't know, it just needs to be cleaned once in a while. So that's that. Clean out, if you have a drawer with like a utensil organizer in it, you want to periodically take all the silverware out, all your utensils out, and wipe it out and clean it, because somehow it does wind up getting like a little bit dirty in there, I guess just from people going in and out of the drawers all the time. So just cleaning that up and reorganizing it. And then this is a new item that I've added, and it's just not very specific, but I just put on my list to reorganize a section of the cabinet. So maybe it might be going through where I have like the canned items and just kind of going through and maybe regrouping them together so I can better see what I have. Or maybe it's going through the snack area and see what's in there, if any bags need to be combined, or if there is anything in there that's gone stale that just needs to get thrown out because no one's going to eat it, just that kind of thing. Just kind of pick a section in the cabinets. Mainly the food cabinets, I would say. I don't really need to reorganize where my plates and cups and things like that go too much, because they're pretty much always organized, but more like the food areas of the cabinets, just to kind of see if anything needs to be reorganized. So those are all the items that are on the zone cleaning list for the kitchen that I have. If you have any items that you would like to add to this for me to share on future episodes, I would love to know. Just send me a message through Facebook. I'll share the Facebook page in a few minutes. But like I said, you just pick some of these items and do what you can get done. Anything you get done is better than nothing. So you're always making progress. And I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning, but the reason I do these episodes is because I thought it might be helpful if you don't have the time, or you just simply don't want to keep track of all the things that you want to work on while you're in the zones. Maybe you could just listen to this episode and hear the things that are on my list and pick a few and get them done. And then the next time the zone comes around, you can pick a few other things that you need to get done. So I'm just kind of sharing with you my list each time that comes around. It really doesn't change much. So next time zone 2 comes around, I'm pretty much going to be sharing the same list because there's only so many things you can clean. But I'm hoping that it's helpful to you. So that's it for today. I hope you can get done whatever you can get done and make some progress. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can reach me through my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. We also have a private listeners group if you're interested in joining. You can find that at facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. I'd love to have you join. Also, please don't forget to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this on if you like the show. And if you would be kind enough to leave me a 5-star rating, I would really appreciate it. It's supposed to be really super helpful in helping the show reach others that might like to listen. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a really awesome day.